Welcome back to the NASCAR Heat 2 Career Mode. We are setting up for our fourth Xfinity Series race in the number 40 Motorsports Business Management Chevrolet. And we are back at the place where it all started in my Xfinity career. And of course, this was where I got my first win driving the number 40 Motorsports Business Management Chevrolet. So you would expect that we might actually be able to rekindle some of our magic here at Phoenix. Let's get qualified. So coming out of turn number 4 on our qualifying lap, I loosened the car up as much as possible, get a little bit into the wall there, but we take 24th. So wonder if I hadn't screwed up, we probably would have gained 10th there, would have put us up a few more positions, but that's a good solid qualifying effort. Elliott Sadler will be on the pole, and I think we should be able to move up through the field. Phoenix was good for me in the trucks. Obviously, it was good for me in the Xfinity Series. So we're going for some good points, but we also want that win so that we can be in the chase at the end of the season. So here we come down to get the green flag here at Phoenix International Raceway, and we are racing. Starting on the outside lane, forgot to shift up there. That's going to be a trouble. Working off into turn 1 for the first time. Car a little bit loose, skates up the track a little bit. Now we'll get into a rhythm here as Logano takes the position away from us. We can't cheat, can't use the cheater line there because Logano was down to the inside. Now Casey Kane as well. A little bit of contact with Logano, a little bit of contact with Kane. Well, they're bushwhacking, I don't really care. Try to work around the outside of Bubba Wallace if we can. Not going to happen just yet. We're still trapped on the outside, not particularly where you want to be on a flat track like Phoenix. As we work around the outside, again, Logano still maintaining that position down to the inside. We're still working to the outside. Can we get around anybody working off into turn 3? Oh, the truck car is very loose. And we'll just give Blake Cook a little bit of a shot there. Just work our way through the center of Blake Cook and Bubba Wallace. But I could see it theoretically sneak to the bottom, so we're going to lift off a little bit early there, get on the brakes, dive to the inside. Now here we go. Whoops. Well, never mind. Come on, car. Hi, can we get going straight? Can we get, oh, no, we're not. We're going to just take out Stephen Light. Well, that was a lack of talent there. Well, we're going to be at the back, so guess what? We're going to pit, going for tires and fuel. We're going to tighten the car up a little bit. I think if we're going to need to run on the outside, we're going to tighten her up. Well, we're going to be starting on the outside, in the back, but we know we have a 25th place car at least. Probably farther up the grid if we can run the inside, but not run so far on the inside that we're spinning out by hitting the transition. As they pull away on the start because for whatever reason my upshifts were pretty bad. As we work underneath the yellow line, so this time much better run through turn 1, and hopefully everybody will hold each other up quite a bit here. We've got 18 laps left on our fuel, 7 laps left in the stage. So stage points probably not on the cards at this juncture as we work up behind our boss Carl Long, who we wrecked in the last race, coming to the line. So generally we want to be racing him kind of nicely now because we don't want to get fired, even though we are clearly much faster than him. And we're already moving close to our qualified position, about 5 more positions, and we'll be up into that spot. J.J. Yaley working down in front of me. As we work underneath the yellow line, getting our car to work down there. Again, underneath Yaley and down the main straightaway once again. Laps are going to click off very quickly here at Phoenix because, of course, it's a mile oval. What I consider to be a short track, some people don't consider Phoenix a short track. It's kind of a 50-50 deal. As we gave Joey Gase quite a shot there as the car gets a little bit loose as we catch the transition between the cheater line and the regular racetrack.
Clear up top.
So we still work underneath. Boy, it sure was nice of them to just pave everything in Phoenix because I just love using it. As we're in behind the flex fuel and flex shot cars. We run a really good lap because the spotter was happy about it. Now underneath the flex shot car, and we're up into our qualified position of 24th. So we might actually have a net gain of 0 by the end of this stage, which would be a good thing. As Daniel Hemrick's way out of the groove up top. As we work underneath Brendan Gaughan, try to get underneath him. Not quite there yet. 4 wide is Joey Logano trying to go. Didn't quite get there. Just Spotter was happy with that lap as well, so we're just continuing to click off our fastest laps of the race as we run right down next to the apron, go 3 wide with a couple of RCR cars there. And working down into turns 3 and 4. Wow, slide, absolute amazing slide through there. Underneath Brandon Brown. Brendan Brownden, so many Brendan slash Brennan. Everybody has like the same name in the Xfinity series. Names are made here, but they're all kind of the same names. It's like McDonald's. Everybody wants the same thing. Well, anyway, we're up into the top 20. We're working behind Annette the Threat and Kevin Harvick as we work underneath. Of course, Harvick was one of the guys we really raced hard at Vegas. Couldn't quite get underneath him. We did slide underneath Annette. We're working lap 2 to go in this stage. And then I went a little too high there. Maybe get the run on Harvick, though, coming off of the corner down to the inside. And a little bit more cheating going on there. And working off into turn 3. Get the back end sliding just a little bit. Work underneath the yellow line. What's fuel looking like? 13 laps. We might actually be able to make it to the end of the next stage without pitting as we cross the line. 1 to go. I thought I pulled a Marty Reed there. I thought we were done. And it turns out we weren't. So we'll keep going. I shouldn't have lifted that early. Probably just screwed myself out of getting a couple more positions here before the end of the stage. Not like it's really going to matter if we're able to make it to the end of the next stage, though, without pitting. As we work underneath the Reese's Pieces car. Can we get there? No, doesn't look like it. Jones is going to keep 16th. We'll take 17th. Decent start to the stage. We'll see what happens here in stage 2. I'd imagine everybody's coming in, which they aren't, which is weird. Well, we'll stay out, because if they don't need to pit, certainly I don't need to pit, and we can just kind of keep our track position here. You'd wonder if they're going to have to pit under the yellow, though. We'll see. So our fuel is 12 laps. As we cross the line, there are 12 laps to go on the stage. So I think we're going to be seeing green flag pit stops from the AI, unless, of course, there is a crash or a yellow, which is certainly a possibility as I rub up Matt Tifft a little bit as we work underneath Ben Rhodes, who I think won a race earlier this season, so he's locked in to the chase, assuming there aren't 8 guys who win races, in which case it'll revert to points, because of course it will. As we work underneath Rhodes, and he's going to get around. I think I call him Ben Rhodes. It's Harrison Rhodes. So we work to the outside. Tift's going to get back to the inside. 3 wide in the middle, I think the spotter said. Wow, it's close with Tift. Okay, we're going to be on the outside in turn 3. So, don't know how this is going to be. And it's decent. Decent run out there. Tyler Reddick just ahead of us. In fact, both the Ganassi cars are just out ahead of us. We've got 10 laps to go in stage number 2. We're trying to get some stage points at the moment, but right now it's looking a little unlikely. We have to really get on the throttle here. The outside seems to be working okay at the moment. I can't quite get the runs that I was getting on the bottom. And there's a run. There's a decent run. I wish I'd maybe lifted off just a little bit earlier so I could have just powered through. We're going to be 3 wide with Reddick and Tift. In turn 1, just a little bit of wiggle out of the car, and up the hill we go, and losing a couple of positions. Ryan Reed underneath. Side by side with Hemrick.
Stay high. Stay right there.
Still up top. So when are the AI going to have to peel off? When are they not going to be able to make it?
Still there.
Seems like somebody's going low there. Well, we might be able to get underneath Reddick. Yes, we braked a little bit later than Ryan Reed, but Ryan Reed was not too pleased with that move as we cut down in front of him, and then he gave us another shot off the corner as now Reddick decides to pinball me down the track. Thank God there was nobody else down there. Otherwise, that could have been probably a pretty nasty accident as we go. We go exploring down underneath the yellow line. Somehow managed to not crash into anybody. Don't know how that was possible, but okay. Here comes Brendan Poole. Again, all the Brendans, or Brennans, people who sound very similar. Yeah, and now underneath the newly crowned Xfinity champion in real life, William Byron. Can we get him? Yes, we can.
Car high.
Maybe. Byron working around underneath now Tift. And Tift's going to keep that position at
Still
the
there.
moment. Can we sneak down the inside underneath the Smithfield car? Or the fake Smithfield car? Well, we'll give him
Hold your line.
a little bit of a shot there. Almirola, we'll keep him to the outside so he doesn't try to turn in on me. As we work off into turn 3, can we get underneath the Reese's Pieces car? No. Yes. I thought it was going to be a no, and then it was a yes. And we've got pit stops. Suarez and Sadler were in the pits, so here we go. We could get a stage win, which we have not gotten in this career mode, at least in this season of Xfinity. So this is good. Dylan's down to 25th. What the
The
heck?
leader is entering the pits this lap.
Somebody
Car
want to
ahead
explain
is
that
pitting.
one to me? Why was Dylan suddenly losing positions? That was very weird. But anyway, we are going to go, I believe,
that's the halfway
into the
mark.
lead as we take...
The yellow's out.
Oh, and the stage ends. That was very weird. Okay. Well, everybody's pitting again, so hey, guess what? David gets to pit. 2 cans, 4 tires. All right, good stuff. We only lose 2 positions. Somehow Suarez and Elliott managed to make that work better than I did. All right, here we go. Restart.
Green flag.
Can we get the acceleration that we weren't able to get on the last restart? Which we do. Decent restart from us. As we work down underneath the yellow line. Gonna use Sadler up just a little bit. We didn't even touch him. So we really didn't use him up. That was good hard racing. As Reddick's all over the back of us. By the way, I've been impressed in the last few Xfinity races I've actually watched. Reddick is pretty fast. Why doesn't he drive that car full time? Yes, I understand my favorite driver in real life. Kyle Larson kind of takes that away from him. So naturally, Kyle Larson stop running Xfinity all the time so Tyler Reddick can actually get wins and maybe compete for a championship because it seems like he's a pretty good driver. But anyway, we're chasing down Daniel Suarez here. And the car feels really good, so you got to think we might be able to get Suarez here. It's a battle between the two of us. We're pretty much pulling away from the field right now. Reddick seems like he doesn't really have anything for us, so I guess you could call these the 2 best cars on the track. As we work underneath Suarez, give him a little bit of contact there.
Stay low.
Rubbin's racing. Rubbin's racing. Tried to get around him there. Couldn't quite do it. We clearly don't have the legs because Toyota's cheating, obviously, as we work way down the inside. Absolutely all over the place. We take the lead briefly from Suarez, but he's going to take it back as we work down the main straightaway. 19 laps to go. Car 19 leads the race. Shocker. And now all that hubbub and battling side by side has actually allowed Reddick to come back into this fight. So 3-way fight for the lead. Sadler may be in it as well here in just a second. Depends what Suarez's pace is as we slide down in behind Suarez. And Suarez is slow off of turn 4. We have a good run, but again, Suarez seems to carry a little bit more speed. We had a good run through the center, though. I think there's a possibility. Well, there we go. We're going to jump to the inside. A little bit more contact. And we keep forcing him up the track.
Stay low. Hold your line.
We take a little bit of cheater line there. No, it was actually faster for Suarez to stay up on the banking. Whee! Just absolutely sliding it in there. This is some good hard racing as we can make a little bit more contact with Suarez. Using him up, but not able to get to the front just yet. I think if we can just clear Suarez, we'll be all right. I'm going to dive it off into turn 1. Try not to catch the inside, which we don't. We keep hitting Suarez. Oh, he's going to be very upset with me by the end of this. But we haven't wrecked him yet, so that's good. We have to keep Reddick behind us, though. We don't want him passing us. As we absolutely just completely send it off into turn 3. And just trying to keep him behind me. We just couldn't get it quite there. And unfortunately, he would not cleared me yet, so we made a little bit of contact on the exit as wow. That car skipped and bounced as it dove off into turn 1 there. As we run in behind Suarez, still not there. 14 laps remaining on the fuel. I think we're 2 laps short right now. So it's going to be a fuel mileage race potentially.
Hold your line.
Who's going to have to pit first and who is going to... Oh, here we go. Never mind. Screw the fuel mileage. We are leading this race, and we clear Suarez off at turn 4.
Back lap there.
And that was a good lap. So that was good stuff. We take the lead, so now we've got to hold on to it here at Phoenix. Now, obviously, everybody's going to have to stop one more time. Suarez, again, he pitted earlier, so Suarez will probably be the first one into the pits. Well, that means oh, never mind. Screw that. Screw fuel mileage. We're just going to pit. Do we go with 2? I think we should go with 2. We're going to go with 2 cans of fuel. In fact, we're going to go 1.5 cans of fuel. Just to make this pit stop go a little faster, because clearly that was going to happen. And we fall all the way back. So that's a bit annoying.
Stay sharp. Green's coming.
All right, here we go.
There's the green flag.
Back to racing. 11 to go.
Up top.
So we've got 11 positions to make up and 11 laps to do it. So we work down to the inside. We've got 19 laps of fuel, so clearly I filled up the tank a little too much. That was probably a mistake on my part, but we did take tires.
Clear up top.
So we'll see if that helps us later on in the race. So we absolutely dive it up the inside. Somehow get it stopped in front of Poole, and somehow actually get a good run. Not sure how that works. Maybe that's tires. We'll see. 10 laps. Work underneath Allgaier. Just a little bit of contact, just bashing him in the rear there. Couldn't quite get the run that I wanted. Clements is going to work around the outside, so he'll take that spot back. We'll work it off down underneath the yellow line. Underneath Allgaier. Underneath Ryan Reed. Or try to get him. Can't quite get him yet. 9 to go. Nice route braking maneuver on Reed. We'll get him. And now up behind Jones. Brendan Jones, who has the most generic name in all of NASCAR, because he's got all the names that... Oh boy, we wrecked him. Well, we were talking trash about his name, and then we wrecked him, but he saves it. But clearly, he's not going to be happy with me, for sure. Oops. Well, 8 laps to go. Sorry, Jones. Now Reddick, Suarez, and Sadler are the 3 we have to pass. This is shades of Las Vegas, where it was like a battle between like 3 or 4 cars. Suarez, I know, was involved in that one. Reddick working up the track just a little bit. In behind him. Let's see what we can get done here as we work down there. That was our fastest lap ever, as we just absolutely pass Reddick, but we drove it in too deep, and Reddick will get us back on the crossover move. Well, that's disappointing. 3 to go, or 3 positions to go, more than 3 laps to go. I need to be more specific in my analysis. All right, to the inside of Reddick. Can we get him? Side by side, just a little bit of contact there. 6 to go. That's 2 laps each to pass each car. So we passed Reddick. And I think Reddick's going to fall behind me there. Yes, he will. No crossover move this time. So we've now got essentially 5.5 laps to catch both Sadler and Suarez. So as we work underneath the yellow line. Now, theoretically, these guys, if they didn't take tires, which we have no idea if they did or didn't,
5 to go. 5 to go.
They have the oldest tires if they didn't take tires. I have the freshest, at least right sides. Let's see what happens. As it's half a second, the gap between myself and Sadler. Suarez just up in front. Of course, Suarez is bushwhacking, Sadler is not. So it'll be funny to see if the game puts Buschwhackers in the chase or not. I guess we'll have to take a look at that before we head to Fontana as we work down into turn 1. Try not to get too low. You know what happens if we get too low down there, and I pushed up in the center. Not what we need to be doing. Sadler pulls out just a little bit more of a gap as Reddick comes in behind. It's a good corner for me. Can we capitalize, though, and get around Sadler? I think we may set him up here in turn 1. Got 3 laps to go. Here we go. To the inside of Sadler. We got to use him up a little bit. Sorry.
Still there.
He's trying to get to the outside. He's trying to hang it around there. A little bit of contact.
Easy. Hold your
Said
line.
we clear Sadler.
All right.
Sadler trying to work back around the outside, but he can't do it. Okay, now we got to chase down Suarez. We got, what, 2 laps to chase down Suarez?
Almost there.
It's
Two
going to be
left.
tough. And that's not helping. Sliding the car into turn 1 is not helping. Can we catch Suarez? We're going to have 1 lap to do it.
Car outside.
And
Clear
Elliott
off.
Sadler is not making it easy on me. That is for certain sure. So we work underneath the yellow line, out of the corner. Okay, so it's going to be close.
Last lap.
We've got 1 second to make up on Suarez. I don't think we're going to be able to pull it in there. I think this may be a second place. It's a good run, but it's not an amazing, perfect win that I was hoping we'd get in this race. Suarez just seems to have my number in this one. Boy, wouldn't it have been nice if that yellow wouldn't have come out, but sometimes you get screwed by the yellows in NASCAR, and Suarez will win at Phoenix. We will come home second. Reddick will come home third. I don't know what happened to Sadler. He fell way back. So a second place and a stage win, that's pretty good considering where we've been the rest of the season. Down through the rest of the field, you can see where everybody else managed to finish. Ty Dillon was the last place car. Clearly, that issue he had was a terminal one. So, hey, let's take a look at the points. Well, I guess we'll take a look at the money first. The money that doesn't really earn you anything, but over 100 grand for the race, so that's kind of cool. Good job. 18th in the point with the playoff point. We are right in the mix, though. We're right in the mix. So let's head back to the race shop, and then we'll get prepared for Fontana. Oh, Ray Black Jr., look alive. David Land got a top 5 racing rhymes. Yeah. Too bad you couldn't have rhymed with my name there, Ray Black, but thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, well, our incentive contract is not looking too well, but yeah, we're going to move on to Fontana. Oh, yeah. That's going to make it tough because, yeah, I don't think my car is going to be very good here. But, you know, if handling comes into it, we might be good. It could also be like Daytona where the drafting is going to be a big issue. Let's find out, shall we? So here we are at Auto Club Speedway, a.k.a. Fontana, a.k.a. California, a.k.a. the track with all the names because it changes ownership and sponsorship almost on a yearly basis. Not really. But anyway, I predict we're going to qualify last. Let's see if I'm right. Oh, hey, that's not last. That's 30th. Wow. Yeah, interesting. Okay. I'm not going to complain. I thought I didn't run a very good lap. I was fully expecting to say, oh, I'm 40th. 30th, not bad. I think we got a good shot then. Let's see if we can convert a 30th place into a win. Why not? All right, we're racing out California, Ray. Here we go. Racing at Fontana. Let's see what we can get accomplished here as we move up through the gears. Already working down to the bottom. Not sure what the best line is going to be here. I can't remember. I don't think I've ever really raced at Fontana. I don't remember if the trucks ever went here. Oops, well, clearly you can't go down there. That was a mistake. All right. Okay, so I can't run the low line in turn 1, and I've probably just screwed myself this entire stage. We'll see if we can make any kind of time up, but that kind of momentum loss, I gotta really hope that Ty Majeski goes real slow here. So it looks like everybody's using the bottom of the track, so I'm gonna have to get my car to work up top. I've already loosened it up as much as I possibly can. So that's going to be part of this, is running up top, because running at the bottom, you saw turn 1, it was bad. So 7 laps to go in stage 1. Fuel mileage is going to be probably, we're going to have to stop at the end of the stage. This is one of the tracks, theoretically, we could stop before the end of a stage and come in for fuel, but we probably lose a lap, so it's pretty much pointless unless we're up near the front. The track is very bumpy down the back straightaway. I think they changed this, which is a good thing, because that's the way this track is. Especially on the kind of second half of the track. Not really so much on the front straightaway, but kind of exiting turn 2 and entering turn 3. You can just see how much this car is moving around if you look at it. It's moving around a lot, and this is a very abrasive surface. I don't think it's ever been repaved. I think when it was built in '97, this is the surface that it still has. And that probably is what produces such good racing here the one-time major series runs here these days, unfortunately. Only NASCAR runs here now, for much to the chagrin of pretty much everybody who saw that 2015 IndyCar race. But anyway, all right, so Majeski and our boss, Carl Long. I was called him Kyle Long. I don't know who the heck Kyle Long is, but shout out to Kyle Long. I don't know if there's a Kyle Long out there, but hi. As we get a really good run on Majeski, and absolutely, wow, did you see how much the car was moving around at a turn 4? Good grief. All right, 181, 182. So these speeds are way faster than my qualifying speeds, just because of the draft. So, like I was right, it seems like I was right about the draft. Well, this is the second video in a row, or the second race in a row, where Stephen Light has gotten wrecked by me. So sorry, Stephen Light. I wonder who our big rival is going to be. How bad did I damage the car? Not too bad. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to use a little bit higher lane if I'm coming up behind somebody that quick. It seems like I'm coming up behind the nut-up car, maybe? Yeah, Dylan Lupton. And here we go. Well, we'll make it 3 wide to the inside. The car, it's all about momentum. It's like an unrestricted plate race, kind of, where you're just getting runs on people. Oh, car in the wall. Big hit for Joey Logano. No. That was... Did anyone else see that? Did anyone else see that? That looked like the car just stood up next to the wall until I came by, and then it came down and hit me. I feel like the game is cheating. Well, nobody's coming in, but we crashed, so I guess we'll come in and get everything. Well, we got taken out. Flat taken out by Joey Logano. So, well, at least he's 2 laps behind and probably many more, because that looked like a tire going down. But the fact that he just kind of... I mean, it's hard to describe, but if you saw it, you saw what I was talking about, is where the car was just up at the top of the track. And as soon as David came by, it was like, oh, nope. Around goes the 12 car. And around into me, he went. Well, okay, we are full fuel load here. 4 tires. So you assume we've got way better stuff here working down the back straightaway, but at the moment, it ain't working too well. But I think everybody's going to have to pit by the end of the stage, assuming there's not another yellow. We'll just have to wait and see. But look at these tires. Look at those fresh tires. Working all the way to the top, around the boss. All right, boss man, you got to be nice to me here. No, I wasn't nice to him. I gave him a little bit of contact there. This is some good racing here. Good, nice run around the outside. We'll continue to rim ride a little bit. See what we can get done up here. Yep, 4 wide. That's easy to, well, not easy to do, but it's possible at Fontana. It's not possible at other tracks. And we did get 4 wide there for just a second. I made a little bit of contact on the exit of the corner, which I wish I wouldn't have been able to do, because then I kind of feel like a wanker, but whatever. To the outside, in kind of the center lane here, around Shepard and Armstrong, and now Smithley. We're knocking them down, setting them up and knocking them down here on this restart. So clearly fresh tires was a good thing to get. As we're working down the front stretch here. 7 laps to go in the stage. And again, I think everybody's going to have to pit. So here we go, up to 28. So we're past our qualified position finally. Only took us 1.5 stages to do, but we're here. It seems like everybody's kind of running in a line. Again, it's kind of like a 90s plate race. In the style of racing, except for the fact that I can just run so much faster around the outside of the corners than everybody else. It's helping. Well, we got Kennedy down to the inside. We're going to split Brown 3 wide, but Brown has a little bit more straight line speed. I think he had a nice draft. Fastest lap ever, naturally, because we ran the draft the entire time, and we have not a very good, not a very high-powered car, probably not very good aerodynamically either. But anyway, we're working up behind Eric Almirola, trying to get down the back straightaway. 180, 181, 83, 84, 85, 86, 190. And to the outside of Tift and whoever else that was. I don't have the scoreboard up, so we can't see. Harrison Rhodes, who I think is in the chase.
Stay high, still there.
At the moment, because he got a win. So, good for him. 5 laps to go on the stage. Still no pit stops. at least from what I have seen. I'm going to try to drive around the outside, see if we can get a nice little run here. It seems like maybe my tires are going off just a little bit, so we don't have quite the run. Of course, the further we get up in the field, the faster the guys are going to be going. So that's going to make things a bit difficult from the passing perspective. But again, we should be up on fuel on these guys, as we took way too low of an entry there, way too low. We're going to pay for it on the exit as it pushed in the center. And the road's still going to work to the inside, try to get around me. Not quite, not quite. 4 laps to go in the stage. And we'll work it really wide in. Apex the absolute heck out of it. Wow, that was a great run, but nowhere to go with it. If Harrison Rhodes hadn't held me up there, I think I would have had an absolute amazing shot down the back straightaway. We'll try that again. We'll try a really wide entry. Well, it wasn't as wide that time. And of course, turns 3 and 4 races a little bit different than 1 and 2. So, and here come the pit stops. I was wondering when they were going to happen. We got one of them in the pits. It's the Research Piecers car of Jones. A couple more looked like maybe came into the pits as we go to 21st. There's 3 laps to go on the stage. It makes me a little bit worried if something happens. We'll be screwed a little bit. So we work down, try to get that run on Harvick. Yes, we got it. We got it. And behind Reddick and Hemrick. All the kicks on Route 66. So we work down the inside of Harvick, and there's a yellow, and it finishes the stage, because of course it did. I can't have nice things. I can't have nice things. Well, we do have track position, which is going to be a good thing for this restart. So 4 tires, 4 on the fuel, everything looking good at the moment. I just got to wait for the game decided to catch up with me here. I guess they're going to make us wait 5 seconds. Okay, well, alright, here we go. 21st on the restart. What can we get done here? This is ironically, I think, exactly where I am in the point standings. Okay, 4 wide already before we get to the green flag. And we are underway in between Hemrick and Reddick. And some good acceleration from this old Camaro. Where is the line going to be? Where are we going to need to be to get a good run here onto the back straightaway and behind guidance counselor Brad? And very nice. That was a good run. Ooh, a little bit loose in behind Keselowski, and that's going to allow Reddick to the outside and Hemrick. Wow, you can just see how much momentum I lost there and how much it affected me. Everybody on fresh tires as well. It's going to make things very crazy here for the next couple laps.
Still there.
We're not in the draft, and we should be up in the top lane because we're going to be drafting up here. Ooh, that was a late commit to get in front of Harvick there. Managed to just get in front of Harvick, and let's try to take a really aggressive line through here. A little bit worried about Harvick coming in on me there, and I kind of decommitted myself. They're 3 wide out in front. Hemrick was not going to let me draft off of Reddick there. So he'll move back into that position. And we'll dive down to the inside of Hemrick. Look how much more speed we carried through there. So much speed. And now in behind the Ganassi guys who are running mid-pack for some reason.
Okay, that's the halfway.
There you go, halfway through the race, so still a long way to go here in California. We'll dive down the inside. Whoa, under the Ganassi guys. Bye-bye there. Finally, I pulled off the move. I pulled off the move I really wanted to do, and Brad Keselowski, guidance counselor Brad, helping me down the back straightaway to run that low line, because it seems like a low entry into 3 and 4 is better, as we give Rhodes yet another shot up the track. But hey, you know, bump drafting, fine, whatever. All right, so working down the fastest part of the track, ironically. This is faster than the back straightaway because it's longer than the back straightaway, even though it's got a curve to it. 191 miles an hour. As we arc it off into turns 1 and 2, I had to lift just a little bit in the center, but look at that run I get off of the corner. Is Rhodes going to let me draft guidance counselor Brad? At least for now he is. But Rhodes has definitely got a much faster car in the straight line. Ooh, and Rhodes is going to give me a little bit of a fade going into turn 1, or turn 3. Just a little bit of a fade. Just a little bit of a fade. So we've got 15th, well now back to 16th place. 17 laps to go. So we still, if we gain a positional lap, we'll have the lead by the end of it. There's REKT going down to the inside. Just gave the throttle a little bit of a breather there, just so we could clear REKT without slamming the wall on the outside. Okay, what can we do here? We'll work to the outside, kind of cut it in there. A little bit of a lift in the center as the tires wear, and bye-bye Harrison Rhodes. And now in behind Brad Keselowski once again. We'll move up to the top, try to get in behind Cook here. It seems like Cook probably has a better run. We'll also use Keselowski and Cook. Why not? Got to make sure Rhodes doesn't get too much of a run down on the inside of me.
Clear.
He was there for just a split second. We're flat out through 1 and 2. And get alongside guidance counselor Brad. You can see how much space I managed to pull between myself and Rhodes there as we work down the back straightaway. Again to the outside of Keselowski. I just breezed the throttle and around Keselowski we go. Now in behind Blake Cook. 170, yeah, well, we're going to be well over 190 going into turn 1, I would imagine.
You just posted your best lap ever.
And the spotter's very happy. In fact, we're not going to be over 190. We barely got to 190 as I breathed the throttle going in. Didn't have the perfect line through there that time. That's why I suffered a little bit on the exit. In behind Blake Cook. Getting that draft going. That one will smack the wall there. That's not what we want to be doing. Maybe it gave me a little bit of a slow down to work through turn 3 and 4. Hey, I should have lifted. There's a little too much contact there. Now Keselowski's going to work to the outside. We're going to block him. 14 to go. Fuel, 5 laps. So pit stops about to occur. And the race is going to be won or lost in the pits. Do we take 2? Do we take 4? How much fuel is it going to take to get to the end? 10 laps. So seeing as we had about, 15 laps on the fuel, we're probably going to have to just take a full load of fuel to be safe, get to the end. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. So in behind Ryan Reed, I was flat out through 3 and 4. You saw it step out just a little bit there. Just a little bit, not too much. 13 to go in the race, 4 to go on the fuel. Way out wide do I go. I don't know if that was necessarily the best line to take through there. We'll see what the momentum is like off of turn 2. It's a little too slow for my liking. So we need to get that nice arc down to the corner but not enter it too high, because otherwise we lose too much time. Obviously 3 and 4 is completely a different corner. Ooh, that was too low of an entry. Yeah. Okay, what's the tire wear like? That'll be more of a key to what I do. So 52, 69 on the fronts. Keselowski's going to work to the inside. A little bit of contact. I was a little too aggressive there. That was my fault. We'll let Keselowski go back through here. Just a second. So yeah, we could theoretically do 2 tires. As I'm trying to look at the fuel mileage, so 2 laps to go on the fuel, so we'll come around the next time and come into the pits. The tires are wearing quite a bit. So where are we going to come across the line here? How many laps to go in the race? 11. So I hazard a guess we will have to take a full load of fuel on as the flex shot car got into me just a little bit there. REKT is coming, so yeah, we definitely need tires for sure, because the car is just starting to go off quite a bit. So even though it might hurt me from a speedy pit stop perspective, everybody's going to go slow, and we're at the moment boxed out of the pits. Now we can get down into the pits. For whatever reason, everybody's getting way better fuel mileage than me. That's concerning. So a 4-tire stop, 2 cans of fuel, full service stop here for the Motorsports Business Management team. You can see the front end is quite torn up from all the beating and banging I've been doing. We lose a lap there, but it looks like cars are coming into the pits. So we're just going to have a good in and out lap here. Come out of the pits, try not to LePage anybody. That would be a very bad thing. Obviously, we're probably about last, if not last, on the track. We're 37th, so probably the last of the running cars. No, we're not last of the running cars. For whatever reason, Matt Tift is 8/10 behind me. Interesting. Jones must have pitted because he is now 55 second, or he's the next car I can pass. Let's see how many cars come into the pits this time around. Seems like it's pretty much everybody. So that's interesting. So here we go. Making up our lap on these guys. But where is Jones? Is Jones a car we can pass? We have to wait and see. The gap is coming down. 13.5 seconds. Tift is right behind us. So Tift, wherever he was on the track, is where we are on the track. And no, Jones is 10 seconds ahead of the rate of us at the moment. It looks like maybe Ryan Reed's going to be the next car we can potentially pass. So we just got to run good, fast lap times as best we can as we're, by ourselves, at least at the start of this run. As into the pits comes Joey Gase, is that? Well, Tift as well comes into the pits. So how many cars are we going to be able to get on the exit of the pits? Looks like a bunch, but how far are we going to be able to get up the field? There's Reed. 25th, 24th. Not exactly where I wanted to be, as we're going to clear Cook. But no guidance counselor Brad, so we ended up losing time on that stop. And back to 23rd we go. So, we are going to need a yellow if we are to compete at the end of this one for the win. Let's see how far we move up the field, if there's any more cars coming out of the pits. Yeah, there are. Yeah, there are. So we'll move up to 2019. 2019. Shout out to you if you're watching this in 2019 and you've gotten to this point. That's 2 years from now. I wonder if anybody will comment if they're watching this in 2019. We'll find out. Well, let's see. Justin Allgaier here. It looks like a guy we could potentially pass. It seems like the pack's kind of forming up a little bit. We got Harrison Rhodes, and there's the yellow that we needed. So, here we go. We're going to try to get from 19th to 1st here in very few laps. Very few laps. So, it's a whole new ball game here at Fontana for the end of the race. Up through the gears. Who is going to get it? Can we get it? Up into 4th gear we go. We know we can get that run into 1 and 2 on the back straight, or on the back straightaway. As I lift off just a little bit underneath them, just to give myself a little bit of space as they go 3 wide out in front. Need a little bit more drafting help. Poole out in front, Harvick behind. See what we can do here in turn 3. Not necessarily the best place to be is on the bottom. Oh, through the center. That was a bit close. I was worried Harvick was going to stick his nose in there. So I went to the outside, but as it turned out, Justin Allgaier was there. We're going to really fight with Harvick there. 191. Drive it off into turn 1. Absolutely committed to the outside. We get a top 10 finish. We'll give guidance counselor Brad a little bit of help down the back straightaway as Hemrick and Reddick still side by side with me. We're 3 wide all the way down the back straightaway. Oh, Reddick, it was a little too high for me. It was a good blocking maneuver by him. Definitely screwed me up. We got a, oh God, we're gonna be 3 wide in the middle. Oh boy. No.
Caution is out.
Well, we got a yellow. I brought out my own yellow. Okay, cool. Not pit, even though this is completely unrealistic because we'd already gotten the white flag. So, oh well. Here we go.
Nice smooth here.
Green flag back in the air. Well, we've got the outside lane this time. So is that going to be better or worse? We got an extra 2 laps. Obviously, car's a little bit damaged. So we'll see what we got. Oh, wow. Brown absolutely flying down the inside. And actually, he'll take that position. So I guess you want to be on the inside on the start. On the restart. Do we start to lose positions? Oh, no. Oh, no. We're losing spots. Can we get it back? A little bit of a lift to keep the car kind of in the groove. Keep it from pushing. Here we go. Now we're starting to get a run. Well, we're going to become the 1 to go. Presented by Credit One Bank and Michael Annette the Threat. So let's see what we can get here on the top. On the last lap of the race. Everybody a little bit squirrely through there. We're working in behind Allgaier. Down the back straightaway, still got a very good run. We're up into the top 20.
Stay high, still there.
We get a little bit more as we work around the outside of Reddick. Car understeers just a little bit. We're going to keep in the throttle, no reason not to. Whoa, we definitely spooked Reddick there. Going to block the flex shot car. We'll bring it home. A very hard-fought 19th and wreck at the end. But I have to say that was a good run considering how down we are on power. So 19th, all things considered, again, nice result. That was as good as we were gonna get, I think, today. Maybe we could have gotten a little bit better if some more things had fallen our way, but they didn't. So it's all good. It's all good. Money, obviously. Yay, money. How rich is the Fontana race? It's okay. Probably better than Phoenix. Okie dokie. So that's good. Money. Everybody likes money. Still 21st in the standings. But we do have that playoff point. So that's good. Back to the shop. Let's see if there's anything else to take a look at. So, after Auto Club, we did not complete the incentive contract. What a shocker. So we're probably going to have to pick a new incentive contract. All of you haters. All of y'all haters. Y'all were telling me I couldn't get a hot seat in NASCAR. You proved wrong. Well, guess what? We're going to do a hot seat. And I want you guys in the comments, should it be a 50% race or should it be a regular 25% race? It is at Martinsville. It's for Levine Family Racing. Maybe. We'll see what happens when we actually get back to the game in the next video. But we're doing a hot seat, so let me know down in the comments. You want a 50% race or a 25% race? And we'll see you when we run our first hot seat of the career mode in the Cup Series.